Hey guys, I am Kokak here, and I'm going to teach you a little trick that I learned into getting the role that you wanted on a ranked League of Legends. As you can see, I'm not very high ranked, I'm just gold 4, but I learned a trick recently that got me my top lane more consistently than people normally get. So, what you want to do is you want to play and then click rank solo, go to confirm. Now, so you got to pay attention to autofill. So this is pretty obvious, but not a lot of people do this trick. So when it says autofill activated, you must always think you're going to get autofilled. So what you want to do is, I'm a top laner first choice, so I'll pick first top laner. And then I kind of can dabble in support, so I can play Yumi, I can play, healing supports and whatnot. I'm not very good, but I think Yumi is a great champion to support with now because you're pretty safe. So what I do is I pick top and support when I'm autofill activated. That generally puts you, especially in low elo, that generally puts you in support role, and that will get rid of your autofill activated next game. So remember to check the autofill if not. So now let's say you played a Yumi game and maybe you lost or maybe you won, doesn't matter. And you get the autofill protected message here. So that means you will always get a role that you selected here. So my mistake earlier on was just going, since I don't play a lot of mid, I would pick still top in support with autofill protected. That always puts me in support because I was autofill protected and they put me in support. So I unfortunately only played support for most of my ranked games because I didn't know a trick. So once you get autofill protected, what you want to do is pick your mid lane. This is by far like the third lane I would want. I'd first want to pick top and then support and then mid. I have a relatively okay Karthus, but not super competitive. But being that you're fighting for the most in-demand lane, the mid lane, as your secondary in an autofill protected, remember we're playing for autofill protected, you will likely get top lane. So this is a very good strategy to get top lane when you're autofill protected. Now, there's a very, 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 very rare chance you will get mid. That, there's way too many there's way too many top laners and not a lot of mid players, which is seemingly impossible, right? So if there's way too many top laners and you're assigned mid, well, you can try to sort of bargain for top lane if you want, because a lot of people still prefer mid. And sometimes, higher elo, they didn't get their lane, so if you're high elo and you're autofilled, sometimes you're autofilled, you're off roll, which maybe if you're a mid laner high elo, they assign you to top in a lower elo, so you're not playing your best. Well, you can swap with them and give them the mid lane and you get top lane. So end of the day, there's a lot more people that are looking for mid lane. So a good thing to do when you're autofill activated, like I said, this is the recap, is to pick your primary. Like maybe you're a jungler, you pick a primary and then play a secondary support if you're autofill activated. Likely you will be put into the support role, especially in lower elos. And then just play out the support role. You will have to learn a pretty decent support. In lower elos, it's not that hard to actually carry from the support role. Maybe build a Mundo support just with a slightly more side pushing or split pushing sort of build. This is low elo. People can get away with it. And then, or you just play a support role like Yumi, which is relatively safe in the lane, can still poke, but you will, in the long run, you will have to think about, maybe building a tank if your team does not have tanks. Especially in low elo, people don't have tanks. Anyway, point of the matter is, once you get your autofill protected, you can select your main role and then maybe a very, very in-demand second role like mid lane. So you will likely get your first role, which is your primary role anyway. Now, keep in mind also that if you are in promos, so I was recently in promos. I got recently promoted to gold. And once you're in promos, these are my promos here, and somebody stole my top lane here. When you're in promos, you will always be autofill protected. So all 4 of these games, I always got top. But on the first game, some douchebag stole my top lane and didn't even ask for the lane. So I had to play a relatively positive Karthus here, but everybody else fed, including my top laner who stole my lane. So, but the rest of my promos I won because I was assigned my main role. So that's how I got to gold 4. And I know that's pretty sad story since I'm just gold 4, but that is the tip for getting your role. You will have to pick up support every now and again. At worst, this is probably like every other game, but I'm not that, I don't hate playing support that much. You will take the loss every now and again, but also you will take a win. So let's say you consider your support games a loss and you consider your main role a win, then that's 50-50. But if you win with your support role, that's 100%. Or let's say you win 50% of the times your support, that makes it a 75% win ratio, as 25% is from your support role, and then, whatever. Anyway, you get what I mean, right? That's more wins than not. So if you play 3 games, you play 2 support roles, that's a possible win, and then a possible top lane or main role. Anyway, this video is taking too long. I hope that helps you out in getting the role that you wanted. Thanks for watching. I'm Kokak here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.